So before starting with the webinar, I would like to present an introductory video about the Pimpri Chinchwad University. Ma'am, can you please share that video?
Sir, you will have to play the video, sir.
But there are no permissions.
Sir, it is allowed to share the screen, sir.
Okay, just ma'am, it's written you cannot start screen. Ma'am, please.
Sir, it is, yes. Please check now.
Okay, now it is visible.
Okay, ma'am.
One kilometer distance.
Now, the today's topic is the using data science in sustainable development. So let's see first what is a sustainable development. My screen has shared, sir. My screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Ma'am, can you switch on your video?
Yes. Is it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now, the today's topic is the using data science for the sustainability development. Now, the sustainability development, it is a new topic, which is the basically, which is the, it's coming from the year to year, but the education regarding the sustainability development, which is new for us. And the new emerging topic, that is a data science, which will be play a vital role in sustainability development. Now let's see first what is the sustainability, or what is the sustainability development. Now let's see first the sustainable word. Now what is mean by sustainable? Sustainable means for the longer time it will be can sustain through that sustain that is a sustainable, and those events, those elements are sustainable, which will be we will be developed for the sustainable development. And for that we are using here and data science for the sustainability development. Now let's see about the sustainability development. That means right now we are consuming so many types of the resources. The resources like water, like woods, like a tree, like a jungles, like air, like environment. The about the environment, each and everything is under the sustain the resources, and which are we are using. Now we have to plan to secure that sources for the next generation, and we utilize that kind of the nature or the resources for the today's life. So we will fulfill our today's the needs, as well as we can secure it for the next generation, and that is the sustainable development. Now for example, we can say that the making the bridges, the making the roads, as well as by building the dams, these are the sustainable developments. Yes, somehow these are the sustainable developments. Because of that, we are fulfilling, by building the dams, we are fulfilling the today's needs, as well as we are create the new resource by building the dam for the next generation. Now this is the sustainable development. Now the sustainable development is a way of improving people's lives and the protecting the environment also. In the sustainable development, there are the get togetherness. There are the things are the get togetherness, and their lives, they are the depends on each other. Like which are these themes we will see later on. Now let's see that the some people, that peoples, planets, and the prosperity are the three pillars of the sustainability development. Now to plan for the sustainable development, we have to think about the peoples who are living now, and our next generation also. Regarding the planet, that earth is a planet, and around the earth, whatever the environment is, are the one of the pillar. And as well as to combine the balance between the peoples, between and the resources which is available on the planet, and we develop a prosperity for today's or for the next life. This is a prosperity, and these are the three pillars for the sustainable development. Now let's see, these are the three pillars, and we have gave a different names to the same three pillars. That is the we should, the peoples, the planet, and the prosperity will depend on these three pillars. What are that? First one is the environmental pillar, next one is a social pillar, and third one is a economical pillar. Now I will be tell you one story of Mr. Bhargav, who was a potter, to explain the three pillars of the sustainability. Okay, now there is a one potter who was a very poor person, and he has a very basic things with him, and he making some pots. But he is a very clever, and he is a very honest person regarding his business. So Mr. Bhargav has made a clay pots, and he will sell that pots, and he will earn some money. Okay. After, for that making that pots, he will be, the raw cost will be a 200 rupees. That means he will create that pot for the 200 rupees. Now he is selling that pot in the 210 rupees, and he will get only the 10 rupees profit. What do you think? The business of this potter make will be provide him a livelihood options, or he will be sustained for the further long time. If you are saying that it is a no, this his profit is very low, less, so he will be not stayed for the longer time. So yes, it is correct. Because of the economical sustainability here the generate, he will be not to live longer time through the business. Okay. After some years, he will make a business, he will generate a business sense, and he will make a clever again, clever, more clever, and he will optimize his production cost. Now his cost is a per pot, his cost is a 170 rupees, and he is selling that pot into the 250 rupees. Now he is getting a good profit, that is a rupees of the 80. Now, after some times, he is selling that pot and his pot's quality is very good. So he make a brand, and his brand name, his company name was Bhargav Pots and the Wares. Okay, so he make a brand, and to appeal for the customers or to attract the customers, he will his packaging was a very good, and he will pack all the pots, which are the other pots. We will pack that pots in the wooden, by the wooden box, and for that wooden box, he will cut so many trees to get the packaging, to get the well packaging. He will cut so many trees and he will get the wood from the trees. Okay, now see here, मिस्टर भार्गव जो बिजनेस रन कर रहे थे, नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस बिकॉज ऑफ दिस that ecological systems he has used, what do you think, उसका बिजनेस लॉन्ग टर्म तक चलेगा मार्केट में? No. If you are thinking that no, then yes, it is a correct, because the ecological sustainability will be happened over here. So भार्गव ने बहुत सोचा इसके बारे में, और to remove that ecological sustainability, what he does, he make alternative materials for the packagings, like paper or anything else. He has used a best packaging by using an alternative materials also. After that, he has things that he has cut so many trees, for that he has to remain, and the reforestation, उसने बहुत सारे trees वहां पर लगाए, और trees उसने यानी न्यू ग्रोथ तैयार कर ली. Now what happened, the जब तक 1000 तक pots in a day बिक रहे थे, that was the okay. But Bhargav has in the brand ambassador, has in the brand in the worldwide. So what happened, एक दिन में उसके लाखों प्रोडक्ट्स बिकने लगे. Now Bhargav becomes a best business person or popular business person. So अब उसके दिमाग में ये आने लगा कि मैं ज्यादा से ज्यादा कैसे पैसे अर्न कर सकता हूँ. इसके लिए मिस्टर भार्गव ने क्या किया, दैट इज he has appointed a poor peoples for this work, as well as he has appointed some kids, जो कि है that is a children labors for this work, for the paying a less amount to them for a daily wages. Okay, so now his making cost has been decreased again, and his making cost is a 150 rupees per piece, and his selling price is still 250 rupees. Now his profit is greater. His profit is a 100 rupees per pot. Now the मिस्टर भार्गव अब किसी की नहीं सुन रहा था. नो, ये सब लोगों ने उसको सजेशंस भी दिए कि चिल्ड्रन लेबर्स मत रखो, या पुअर पीपल्स को इतने कम वेजेस पे मत रखो, ऐसे बहुत सारे क्या. लेकिन he has not ready to listen, because he becomes a business tycoon. Now what happened, आपको ऐसा अगर चलता है, तो what do you think, his business, Bhargav's business, is a sustainable for the last long time? No, it will be not. And here the social sustainability will be happened. Okay, now आपने देखा economical sustainable he has faced, ecological sustainability he has faced, social sustainability Bhargav has been faced. Now you have seen that the sustainability, that is the factor which will be depends on the social, ecological, and economical, these three, basis on these three pillars. Any of the one of the pillars has been collapsed of the sustainability of that sustainability, that what happened, the sustainability will be get collapsed. So what happened, what we have to learn about that story, that economics, environment, and the social, these three laws of the natures, and we cannot be broke any one of the, we cannot be avoid one of this one pillar from that, the whatever the actions we are doing out of that. So here United Nations has been decided to recover that problem. He has decided that the sustainability development, he has introduced the sustainability development goals in a 2015. There are total 17 goals which has been introduced to to global challenges such as the poverty, then inequality, climate change, and environmental degradations also. In these areas, to recover that areas, the United Nations has been developed a GDS, and which are the 17 goals. Now, to achieve this GDS requires the comprehensive approaches that harness the power of the technology and the data. Now, how we can here the scientists or the researchers has been decided how the data science can be used, the skills or the technology and the data, how we can use the data to to that to prevent the sustainability. Okay, now see here, the data science plays a vital role in this in the underwear and offering the insights and the solution to help to meet then the ambiguous targets. Whatever the targets has been decided that there are the 17 areas where we have to facing the problems in the sustainability development. Informed decisions or to predict a statement on the which is dependent on the previous actions, that is collection, analyzing, and interpreting. We have to use these phases and we predict some of the statements regarding the sustainability. Now it covers a wide range of the techniques such as data mining, machine learning, statistical analysis, and data visualization. These are the techniques of the data science which have been used for developing the development, the sustainability development. Now, the more of the features like or the activities from where we have to collect the data like satellites, remote sensors. By using the satellite remote sensors, we have monitor to develop on the public lands or the areas such as the parks and the forests. The satellites is the main source to collect the data for the data science, and it will be a monitor all the public lands as well as the forest also. Now, the combining the satellite images, we have to control for the floods and the deforestations as well as the natural disasters also. Now, applied the sustainability development with the data science and provide a critical support in several areas. Which are that areas? Let's see that areas. There are the 5 areas where we have to face the data science. We have to see the data science keys. Okay. Now the first is data collection and data monitoring. The one of the most important barriers to accomplish the SDGs is the availability of the reliable and up-to-date data. Now, we have to get, if we are getting the reliable and accurate data, then we can predict a correct statement. Is this a main rule for the data science? And for the development, we required a reliable and up-to-date data. Now, the data science may also help to collecting and the monitoring the data, as well as he will give a clean pictures for what we have to achieve as well as what is the plan for the achievement or our goal. Okay, the next is the predictive modeling. Now, in the predictive modeling, if we are having a correct or up-to-date data, then we predict a correct statement. That is, we have right now we have seen that the data science enables the creation of a predictive models that can be forecast future trends and the issues. Now, whatever the we have to plan for today's generation, and we have to use the resources and we have to allocate some resources for the today's generations, and what will be the impact for the next trends or next generation that we can predict by using a data science. Now, let's see that the climate models. The climate models, for developing the climate models, we required the few past years the weather conditions, and we have the data, and based on the data we can develop a climate models, and it will be helps to understand the effects of the climate change, as well as it will be get it will be predict a more effective preventions, and it will be help to develop adoption plans also. If in case the natural disaster will be there, then what we will be come out from that natural disaster, and how we will be sustained in that natural disaster, we can plan for that furtherly by using a climate models, and it will be happens only because of the data science. Now the data science also fill the gaps in between the forecasting and promoting the innovations also. The whatever the in future the innovations will be developed and what is the today's resources, it will be fill the gaps in between that also. Now the next one is resource allocation. Now the resource allocations, the resources, whatever we have to be right now we are using, and look how we can prevent it, how we can preserve it for the next generation. For that, some governments and governments and some organizations have developed plans for that. And because of that plans, if we provide a real-time information on the food prices, employment and healthcare, educations, and natural disasters, the collaboration between the United Nations development, some of the agencies like NGOs, some of the agencies will transfer this data to the information knowledge, and to getting the best knowledge regarding the food, employment, healthcare, education, we can develop a future plans also. Now, the impact assessment, which is a important role of the data science while we are thinking about the sustainability development. So, data science enable us to evaluate effectiveness of a policies and the planned actions. Okay, now it will be get modified their plans for the better results when we are having an impact of the factor, whatever the work has been done right now, whatever the innovations are doing, or whatever the resources we are using right now, and what will be the impact of that resources for the next generation, we can plan for it betterly by using a data science features, and which is an impact assessment. Now the next, organizing resources to close the gap. The organizing resources, that means the current resources whatever we have to using, and for that resources there are some organizations which will be controlled for that resources, those organization resources to close the gap between the developed and developing countries, as well as between the data poor and data rich individuals. There are the two categories in our world. The poor data are theirs, and the poor peoples are theirs, and the rich peoples are theirs, and we need to fill the gap in between that. So the data science will be having a great impact assessment in that area. Now the next one is innovation and the problem solving. We know that the because the resources has been used right now, there are some newly modified models should be required, or innovation should be required. And for the requirement for the innovations, we have to solve some problems. And which are that problems? You have to recall for that problems. You have to list first what problems will be faced in the future, and regarding that we have to lead to advances in the renewable energies, healthcare, and agriculture, all of which are the critical so to longer term development. हम लोग अगर agriculture, healthcare में longer term तक अगर development करना चाहते हैं, तो we need to find the problems, the current problems, and regarding the issues from the current problems, as well as the leadership and the coordinations are required. Leadership, that means the politics and Overall, the leadership for the different areas will require the data revolutions to fulfill the explore its potentials in an achieving sustainable development. Now we have seen that there are the five features, the five factors in the data science. We can use that data features for the sustainable development. Now let's see, these are the 17 achieving the goals through the data science. In that 17 areas, the data science will work to the sustainability development, to improve the sustainability development. First one is the no poverty. That the no poverty, it will be, what is mean by no poverty? That the prevent people from facing the basic needs like money, like food, like shelters, like healthcare facilities, as well as the water and the lights also. Now, to achieve that, so the people will get a happy life, and to achieving, to getting the easily that the things like food, shelters, and water, light, these are the basic needs. To achieving these basic needs, to here we have to provide the educations and skill labors, so we can be avoid the poverty. And in that, the data is the played a most important role. Now the data science may be used to discover the areas and the peoples most affected by poverty. By getting the data of the poverty and the rich persons, we can enables to policy, we can develop a policies for to focus the poverty relief efforts where they are most needed, where the poor peoples are there, we can provide them an education as well as the no poverty relief plans, so the poverty will be get removed from our country or from the world. We can think about the world. Okay, now the next one is the zero hunger. Now the zero hungers, that is being hungry is a physical need. The being hungry is a physical need. So we need to focus on that to accomplish their basic needs, that they must be get the food as well as the nutritions also. So to remove the zero hunger, data-driven agricultures may be boosted by using some precision agriculture. And for that, we need to make use of data to improve the farming operations. We need to some improve the farming operations, so we get the nutritious food, so we can remove the zero hunger as well as the good health and the well-being. Now, all living things are depends on the water. Like by using the water or by having a good health, we need some of the nutrients like food, like water, like fresh air, like energy. We need it, and for that, health data analysis can add be a disease preventions. पहले से ही डेटा साइंस अगर हम लोग डेटा के ऊपर अगर काम कर कर we found that the disease, how to prevent the diseases, like early identification for the decisions and how to manage the diseased peoples. If we get knows about the health for the health care, so it will be better help to prevent the diseases. Here, the machine learning algorithms can predict epidemics of an diseases. Like diseases के पहले ही हमें पता चल जाएगा कि what are the symptoms and how to face that symptoms, and we can be avoid the big diseases in the people or in the human beings. And it will be faster response time, it will be get a faster response times to use the machine learning algorithms to predict the epidemics of the diseases. Now the quality education, it is a most important factor, and by providing the quality education, we can remove most of the things, we can remove from the most of the things from our world which are not which are the bad things in our world. So for the quality education, The educational data analytics can help students to learn more effectively in the sense that if the people has been get educated, he will earn the money, he will afford a good food as well as the good health, and here it will be goes longer time, so the sustainability development will be achieved by getting the quality education. Now the gender equality, that is the most important part, is also a gender equality. You know that some of in the world, some of the areas, some of the countries are there where the gender equality will not be having there. That means the same designation, the same work done will be there, but the women get the different salary than the men's. Okay, or women get the less salary than the males. That happens in the world. So that to avoid that gender inequality, the data science can help the detect the difference in gender in a variety of industries. This information can help policymakers to promote gender equality and prevent biasness. By using the data science data, we can prevent the biasness of the gender equality. Now, the clean water and the sanitations. All living things are depends on the water. The technical and the social efforts, if we are taking to get the clean water and the sanitations of the areas as well as the water areas, we can get a good health from by using these resources. Now, in this area, the data analysis is necessary for monitoring the water quality. What are there? There is the yeah, there are so many industries are there who are thrown the waste water, which have included the oils and the wastage from the industries, and it will be thrown that water into the sea and the rivers, and because of that, so many the areas where we can get the clean water, that areas get affected by the pollutions. And because of that, the water quality has been get degraded. So data analysis is necessary for monitoring the water quality as well as the forecasting water works illness for the outbreaks and optimizing water resource management. What are the different water resource management? So we are getting, or we are the preventing the water for the longer time. We need to get the best management for the water resources, and it will be happen by using the data science already. Now next is the affordable and clean energy. So we are living in a good environment, and we required that we have to get a clean energy as well as then it will be in an affordable cost. So the data science promotes the development of a renewable energy resources. Renewable energy resources like means by using a solar system. It is a renewable energy resource that by using a sunlight we can create energy. We can create a light by water flow. We can create a light. It is a renewable energy resource. And to innovate some kind of the newly renewable energy resources by using a data science, it will be making a clean energy more accessible, and by creating a more in amount of a more energy, we can sell it in an affordable price. So here also a data science is also a important a vital role. Now the climate action. The climate action, we all are dependent, our lives are dependent on the climates. Now let's see, the heat is so that nowadays the summer is very hot. That means ki 42-degree we are suffering in the Pune. It was been not like the past few years. So to avoid that situation, what we have to need, what we have to plan to get rising the temperature, इसके लिए हमें plans करना पड़ेगा, and that is under the climate actions. Now data science is instrumental in the climate modeling. So data, by using a data science, we can predict the climate actions as well as the climate situations, and to predicting the extreme weather events and the monitoring carbon emissions also. You know that by using and the digitalizations as well as the industries has been grown up right now, and excessive use of the heating. Because of that, the carbon emissions is thrown out in the area, and because of that, the pollution has been increased. So how to prevent that pollution? We can made a good model for that, by using a data science, and for that we have to required the accurate data. Now that is a low below what life below water. It is a main aspects of the like we are living on the land. We are focusing that the land peoples or land animals or land leaves lives. Okay. Now, what about the underwater lives? So there are also a pollution because of the leakage in the oil containers, because of the industry wastage thrown into the water, and because of some wastages are thrown into the seas and rivers. Because of all the human activities, the water level, the water upper layer will be get polluted, and the proper heat will not be reach up to the bottom of the sea or bottom of the river. Fishing as well as the life, the water will get polluted, will get in a danger. To avoid that, the data science support the conventions of marine ecosystems. There are the marine ecosystems models which are being developed by analyzing the impact of the human activities on oceans and the excessive fishing. So we have to control the excessive fishing so we can control the lives of under the water also. Now, like lives below the water, like we have to see, as well as the next part is the peace, justice, and strong institutions. Now, the data-driven governance promotes the transparency, the accountability, and rule for the lands. Okay, so what happens? The governments and some agencies are there who will be create a balance in the environment or in the lives or human activities. So here also the data driven, that is the data science, will be get helps to that agencies. Now we have seen that the area science will be sustainable development. Now there are some challenges, and those challenges we are these are the problems, and where we have to get fixed, and we if we recover that challenges, so we will be lean in sustainability development for the longer time. Now these challenges are the data privacy, data quality, to maintain the data quality, accessibility, then algorithm biasness, and then data security. These are the main challenges where we have to get the problems to execute, to utilize the data science for the human activities for the sustainability development. Now let's see that okay, there are some of the, it is my conclusion overall this study of the sustainability development and the data science. Now we are moving towards a more sustainable and equitable world. There are the we found the so many solutions by using a data science, and data science and SDGs, that is Sustainable Development Goals, are likely to be linked to that goal. We are achieving that goal. Now we had towards that by using a data science. Now, achieving the SDGs will require the utilization of data ability to influence innovations, policies, and resource allocations. We need to focus for the making the policies, making the innovations, and resource allocations also. we may get closer to achieve the goal of the world free from the poverty, free from the no zero hunger, to getting a clean and clear environment as well as the water, to achieve all the necessary things in a portable manner. Definitely uh, achieve that goals by using a data science. Now, this is we can be transform this SDGs for the global agenda into a sustainable reality by using a data science. Now, this is my conclusion of this research, and I'm having a great thankful to all of you to to be present with me, and मैं मन से आपको थैंक्स बोलूंगी कि जो भी मेरा रिसर्च था मैंने आपका एंड यू हैव लिसनड इट केयरफुली. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you, Pallavi. Any questions from the participants? Can provide the questions in the chat if you have any. Okay. Thank you, Pallavi ma'am, for providing an insights about the sustainable development, its need, and how it can be implemented in various application areas, and what is the need for having the sustainable development. Because development is supposed to be bound to be happen, but we
Yes,
have
sir.
to look after for the sustainable things which are going to be
Yes,
everlasting. Correct?
definitely.
So
Definitely.
I hope that all the participants have thoroughly taken a note of these particular steps. And it was pleasure to listen to you, ma'am. And hope
Thank
that
you.
in future we are going to conduct such webinars also. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.